Hello there, wonderful world of YouTube. It is your girl SwimmstaGal coming at you guys with another Ink Diaries video. For this video, we're going to be going over my brand new Ferris Wheel Press ink. Well, brand new to me because this has actually been around for quite a bit, and that's going to be Edward's Garden. I recently acquired this ink in my latest Atlas Stationers purchase. I've been eyeing it for a while. I wanted to get to free shipping, so I was like, let me go ahead and grab it. I've been wanting it and I'm gonna get it. But as always, Ferris Wheel Press has amazing packaging. Like, look at that. And it's crazy. Well, it's not crazy to me, but it is like incredible to see that they do that for every single one of their ink releases because for the most part, what you'll see with some brands is that they have like the same finish of the box and they just change like the colorway for like the item, or they just don't have like any colorways because I know some inks come with like a little clear package like the Montverde USA ones tend to do. It makes it so hard to want to throw the box away, so I don't usually throw these boxes away. I keep them and I add a little swatch sticker. So these are just like regular white labels that I buy and then I put the ink color on it. That way I have a general overview of what I'm looking at without having to pull the ink out of the box. And we're going to go ahead and get to the part that's the most interesting, which is actually swatching it. If I'm not mistaken, this one is not limited edition. It's been around for a while and it looks like they keep restocking it on the Ferris Wheel website. For those of you guys that might remember, I am a Ferris Wheel Press ambassador, so if you guys shop on their website and you use code SWIM at checkout, you guys get a free ink charger set of your choice. Those usually tend to retail for around 15 bucks, so you save yourself $15. And you help support the channel because we do get a small commission when you guys purchase using our code or our link. All right, let's go ahead and take this beautiful ink out of the box. Like, I mean, like, Ferris Wheel Press does not disappoint. Like, look at that. And it's Edward's Garden. This is a blue-based ink with some gold shimmer. I think there's also a little bit of green shimmer in there. At least that's the way it's reflecting, unless it's probably just the gold hitting up against the blue base. I'm going to go ahead and zoom y'all in a bit closer. Ow, I hit myself. Oops. All right. So we're going to be using, again, the Yoseka stamp. I'll have that stamp link down below for any of you guys that are interested in purchasing it. This time around, we're going to use a cotton swab for the swatching. And remember, with anything that has shimmer, you want to agitate it by shaking it, stirring it, or doing anything to get it, the shimmer moving. Wow, such a deep, rich blue. I have A and O. I have the regular Tomoe River paper. And the paper of my current notebook of choice, which is Leuchtturm. Y'all, when I tell you that this color is stunning, it is stunning. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Emerald de Chauvoir from Jacques Urban, except this one doesn't have as much shimmer, or at least it doesn't come off as having as much shimmer. I'm going to go ahead and give it one more shake since the shimmer is settling at the bottom. And we're going to be using a dip pen I've been using for like the entire month of 30 inks, 30 days. You guys, this dip pen is, I don't know, I really, really like it. I don't know if it's because I probably didn't rotate it, but there's like an edge to it. You won't be able to see it on camera because it's so small, but it's a divot, so it kind of, I can kind of make it right bold if I so choose to. Gonna be Ferris Wheel Press and Edwards. Oops, I don't know why I was gonna put S, but in the Edwards Garden. Some quick little scribble scrubbies. But yeah, as you guys can see, if I'm writing on that flatter edge, the line is like way thicker. I'll link this one down below for you guys as well. And then just, oh, for Lloyd term. So we're going to let these inks dry, and then I will be right back to give you guys a closer look. Alrighty then, we are back, and for the most part, these swatches have dried. Now, I'm going to say it's really interesting because I wasn't expecting it, but on the Tomoe River paper, let me go ahead and focus you guys. You can see that there's a slight bit of sheening on like the outer edge where the ink kind of like pulls. So you can see like that little outer red. The blue base does come out, like it does look darker on the Tomoe River paper as opposed to the other paper types. And the gold shimmer does stand out the most on the Tomoe River paper. This is the A&O one, so this is the Archer and Olive paper. They have 160 GSM non-coated, so using fountain pens with this paper can sometimes be a little bit hit or miss. So I like to use this little kind of ink diary that I have to know which ones I can use without risking like extreme feathering. This one does not show you the sheening quality of the ink that you see on the Tomoe River paper, but you do get a nice consistent look of color. There's like no variation within the base of the ink, so you're not getting any shading, but you do get like an even distribution of look with the shimmer. Again, this is the larger swatch on the Tomoe River paper, and where the ink pulls, so where we place like the most of the ink down in this area, you can see on the outer edges we do have that sheening, as well as where we have like that little last dot right here, we also have some sheening on the outer edges. For the Leuchtturm paper, it does look like you get a small amount of that sheening wherever there is like a larger pool of ink. Same thing at the bottom edge. It's a little bit smaller, so it's harder to see on camera, but you can see it in person. The blue of the base it's a lot more vibrant. So it's darker on the Tomoe River paper, but I would say it is more saturated on the Leuchtturm paper. But then again, the Leuchtturm paper is a little bit more of a creamer, like a cream color. I would say that the Tomoe River paper I currently have is more kind of like an off-white, and then A&O is definitely white. So these are the three paper types together for you guys to see them. And I've got to say, it's pretty close between the Tomoe River paper and the Leuchtturm, simply because I love the way that the blue base is like kind of pulling up. Because on the A&O, yes, you do get a lot more of like that shimmer effect than you do them with the Leuchtturm. Like all of these little specks you guys are kind of seeing is the shimmer. But I personally picked this, this ink out because of the blue, or like the deep blue base of the ink. So I like the way it looks on these two the most. Overall, am I glad I purchased this ink? Yes. I'm so happy that I chose to add it to my collection. Like I mentioned before, I had been eyeing it for a while. And look at that, you guys. Look at how like the light is hitting the the writing I did right here. It almost looks like it's sheening. Alright guys, sorry. But yes, so as I was saying, I'm so glad that I added it to my collection, simply because look at how the writing sample looks at the top. Because you're getting on the Tomoe River paper itself, you're getting that outwards sheening, kind of outlining the letters, and the shimmer is kind of settling in like in the middle of that. I guess like a sandwich, I would say. You're getting a very rich, like deep sheen. On camera, it looks more gold, but in person, you do get hints of that red I was mentioning that you see here. Look at that. Wow, you guys. It's a stunning ink. Would I recommend this ink? Most definitely would. If you guys are someone that's a fan of Emerald de Chivor, but you guys want a little bit less of a shimmer in your tone, and a more blue base, because I believe that emerald is again like more greener. This would be the ink for you. These do tend to retail for like $22 USD, but most places that have discount codes, you can use them. So, like I said, if you buy through the Ferris Wheel Press website using my code SWIM, you would get a free ink charger set. But there's other team members that have codes that can get you 10% off. I'll include some of my friends' discount codes down below for you guys too, in case you guys are more interested in the 10% off. And Atlas also has ambassadors that give you 10% off if you choose to buy through them. So I'll go ahead and link them down below for you guys as well. Thank you guys for joining me for this video. I will probably do the Emerald Dish Revoir next, just so that we can kind of see like the comparisons, like page to page, for the next installment of this series. Again, thank you guys so much for watching my video. I am looking forward to seeing you guys for my currently inked for the month of October, which should be up next. I'll have that link down below once it's live. Again, thank you guys so much. I hope you guys are enjoying your day. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you'd like to see more. Other than that, toodaloo.